feedback that somebody did their first twister in life, in competition. No, in a sparring. You did it also? I don't know where's the guy. Somebody came to me like, the twister class, I did it in sparring. Because it was basically a twister submission class. So I showed the defense, and now I guess we talked that he was really calm when he went to actually got the twister, because the wrist fighting we did, and then boom, boom, went to twister and did it. He never done twister in his life. So I use today the same method. We teach, I only show you choke, just very, very shallow, so to speak. That's not my choke. I guess I know the baseball choke, but it's not my choke, so to speak. There's other people know way more details about it. But then also you can argue, what are those details worth if they're not done against the best defense in the world? Because what it's worth to doing somebody that's on their back, and you have all the details to submitting somebody on their back without any resistance. So I guess their details matter, but the question is how much they matter. Because if I add defense, those details change. So that's why I don't like to teach submission details, because you will figure them out during the class. And you will become today a way better baseball choker, I guess, before. And also in some way, the baseball choke is the easiest one to shut down. One of the easiest to shut down by just doing this, and it doesn't work. And then the question is, again, I think Priit also mentioned in his class, how do you teach submissions when you just add the defense and then it's different? Yeah. So boxing has figured it out, but jiu-jitsu is weird. So I will also show you how it works, because sparring makes it work, but it's hard to do it in a class because the setups are different. So baseball choke. I use your choke. So don't judge me on that. Yeah, sit down, please. If I do something wrong, also you too. Yeah. So you have a baseball. So you get the perfect grip, I guess, because it's baseball, because it's a baseball bat. Yeah, arms. You can do the same thing with X choke, but let's do baseball because no gi and gi is the same. So I guess there's a difference how much people grab and connect the arms. Yeah. Good baseball, and you can do it with lapel also. Yeah, some do it, feeding this and lapel and get this. Doesn't really matter. It works. Defense is the same. And now different people do it differently. Basically, you go here, you connect your elbows, yeah, and then you put your weight on them. In most cases, if they're any good, you have to put your head in that opposite hip. Yeah, here it's more arms, and then I go, then it becomes more on, but then I put the head here, and then I loose, and then you do it like. You have to put a little butt up. So it depends on the initial grip, how tight it is. First, it's harder to get on people when they're defending. So that extra, you have to feel, sometimes, without resistance, also this is a choke, yeah? So they feel it, but with sparring it doesn't work that way. So you put a little bit of weight down, and then if they really, so you go here, and then you go here. So that's the best I have. People have tapped, and I'm way better defending that. So it's just, but I guess by learning how to defend, I know what to do also about attack. So, and then nogi, you have that, yeah. So, and whatever the nogi choke is like, I guess you kind of do it differently. You can't twist that much. So if you want to do some nogi version, I think it's a little bit shorter, more like neck cranky and everything else, but it doesn't work the same. So, so try it. Just do it, and they should already feel like if you do it, it's a little bit on, okay, good enough, then we can start the class. And then just by drilling, it just gets better. And it has to be good enough that you go like, yeah, it's getting there, yeah? Thank you. So, pair up. I give you, 3 minutes, and then it's done. So, and also, who knows more about knee and belly, baseball chokes than me? Who thinks the baseball choke is their thing? Like, a little bit, no? There's a guy that maze, yeah, I know, yes. I was hoping to arm. So there's the maze, I think the Gracie Barra guy, there's a maze choke, and then he does it from the back, takes this and turns around, and also, today we're gonna answer I don't know if I'm gonna overdo my last class because the twister class was kind of good, but we'll see how we go today. Maybe it's more complicated because now I think that maybe nogi and gi chokes, they're the same, but a little bit something's bothering. Anyway, what will happen also in near belly is they can fall like you did yesterday, yeah? So this, and they fall over, and you can finish here. Oh, and also, do it again. And let's say if I follow, go. And now they're gonna choke me, and they're gonna circle, and then, you see that a lot, people. And they do it from the guard passes. Somebody passes the guard, they don't see somehow this choke. Go, and then they circle. And then it usually works, but only, I will shut it down right away. It only works when I'm flat. And if I'm sideways, it doesn't do it. There's no way it's gonna work. And so then you have to know why the choke works, thank you. And when it does. And also, I'm just doing hooking now and this choke won't work. Which way we do it now. So, you can do it also in nogi, I guess we can test, but I'll show you the gi one. So let's go, you can choke me. So, this is wonderful, go, everything, yeah? Go back, stop. And YouTube is full of those people show like I do this, I block my arm, then they use their knee shield to block it, There's a lot of videos people doing wrong defenses, kind of shit right, and then they win, but what's the point of doing that defense that's gonna get killed right away, yeah? What's the right defense? That they can't do anything. There is one, at least I know one. So, go. Yeah, you see that. Yeah. So I know she's small, and then the question is, what if a big guy? That doesn't matter really. Yeah. Well, I'm tested it, so everything is good. So first of all, I can give her. If I'm doing this, she really don't roll, but just do the knee slap. Do the baseball choke. Don't roll, but do whatever. So I really will tap if she does it right. Yeah. She has. Wait. She has enough power in her to do it, yeah? But that strength is not like my body strength. I'm using the arms to do this. I'm just moving my head. Go, do it again. Yeah, then I can use my arms also. And even if she walks over the head, go, take the grip, walk over the head. Yeah, and this is usually quite nasty. Yeah, so if I do a hooking, go. You feel it, it's not, I can even talk at the same time, yeah? Something is weird. I don't know what, I know, it's just like, just shoulder, I usually go like shoulder is there, and if she feels like, it's not, if I do it this, wait, go. I will try to talk, go, circle the head, and then I will try, I can't really talk. And if I just do this, go, and I can talk all day, yeah? This is not a joke. I don't know what's happening, why it doesn't work, yeah? And then I add my arms, so, thank you. So this is very strange, and you're not alone, so I'm always like, I don't know, I just know it works. So, try now hooking yourself, suffer a bit. Now, usually everything I do is easier if you know postures. If you know the hooking, running man, baby bridge, turtle and panda. If you know those, I have super easy time teaching you jiu-jitsu, defensive one. Other way, now it's like we have to spend time, what is a hooking? And then, hooking, and then what are the arms. But if you know the hooking, I just click the arms, and super easy. So by teaching you one position, you actually accelerate in many. Because hooking is an armbar defense, Tarekplata defense, we're almost there, yeah? So Kimura defense, north-south defense, X-choke, baseball choke, what else? Side control, triangle defense, when somebody triangles you from side control, traps the arm, steps over, I can do hooking, it won't work. So hooking is like, even if it's 10 things, maybe 11 doesn't work, but it's still worth studying because those 10 things work, hooking just kills it. So, the hooking is, I just key off. So what you have to do is this. And this has to be up. If this is down, they can still slide their elbow and everything else. So, if I'm this is a pillow, and I'm, toes on the mat, and I can circle, make it even worse for them, and that's the hooking. So, you can try that on your own, and then do it with a partner, yeah? And let's say nogi, come do the nogi version. I'm picking right to this side. I'm picking all the small partners so I can, so go. This, start, wait. this sucks again. So, go. You feel it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So, so you can do the hawking, and then you do a nogi, then you do gi, whatever version you like. If you know the falling one, you know, just hawking, just and the falling one. The falling one doesn't work at all. I'm just saying also stupid things doesn't work at all. So just take it in the right context. So if I'm doing this and go and do a falling thing, go. There's nothing there because the head is in the wrong way. She won't get to the head. If I'm this, right away she can squeeze. I'm not doing this, then you have to squeeze through here. And it's just not there. I just do nothing and win. So that's basically what I'm advocating. Do nothing. Yeah? And the picture what Kristen did, you know, that I put it also on Facebook. Everybody was in a running man kind of, and there was like a very athletic class. All people like, it was very awesome in that sense. So, do the hawking on your own, do it with partner, nogi and gi, try to figure it out, and then I'll give you more details. And also by this, you actually get better in those chokes. Let's go. If you're talking, turn away from them if they choke. Now, let's do a public test. And there's a big chance we will change the topic of the seminar. I don't know. So, let's try. So, you go for it. Show me. I love doing public tests. So, do the bottom, do the toe. So, you do everything I told you to do the hawking, the same side, yeah? So, you do this. She gets the lapel grip. She likes that version. She gets this. She gets this. Yes. And now it's test. Because I asked him to do a hawking, he failed. And I can also like try harder, you know? And I did that once, I think, with you. And we'll see what happens. Go. I want to just first feel it. Go. Yes. Now, go do it again. You feel it?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
I can put my hand here. So. I like it.
What's
there is
the
no
difference?
space.
I know. Get the space. There's actually something else in his mouth. Go. What's the difference? There's no strength here. Wait. Okay, keep the grips. Go now. Now it works. Wait. Go. You feel it?
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm still right.
That was the detail.
I know. Now I can talk about it because exactly that is the reason I don't like to talk about. I'm very aggressive now because I don't like to talk about choke details because you don't understand why you need them because you don't counter the defense. Because now we can talk about, that hawking actually. Why is that necessary? This is a choke. This is not a choke. It's actually a joke, you know. It's also maybe a good joke. So, but the hawking is there, and now they need. Now what you need, what you need. Now you see what's necessary, because if you don't know how the defense is built, then you don't recognize is it worth going there or not. Because I know how the defense is built, and I can see the shoulder here and here. So in my mind, I wouldn't even try. I would go like a very fake choke, because I see the precursor there already. But because at the moment, let's say you guys don't know, so you just go, it doesn't work, and you don't understand why. But now I'm going to teach you. And so when you look for chokes, then actually you learn to not overcommit, because you get your first arm in, and you see the shoulder. You're not going to go there, because you recognize they're ready for defense, because you know the best defense. So you go like misdirection, pum, pum, pum. You go something like this. So you make them do something else, and you're ready for a choke, and then you go. But if you just go like, choke, I'm like, you're not gonna get it. It's like punching somebody like, I'm gonna punch you in the face. Well, we know boxing doesn't work that way, It's all about misdirection, pum, 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 and the leg kick. Not in boxing, sorry, it's kickboxing. So, what the hawking was, it was this. That's actually very necessary. So, and then somehow, I don't know why, what's the geometry, whatever the physics are, there's no strength. And you can't slide under there because the shoulder was low and you could slide under there. And then it's like a neck crank, whatever it is. And you can fall backwards and then you can fall forwards like she did. There's other versions. I encourage you to do them all, yeah? Because you need them all to, figure out the baseball because it's a good weapon, yeah? So now you know more. And so you can do the hookings yourself, okay, this way, and now try it again, yeah? And so, I hope to explain it better, because again, this has only been first time I teach it this way, so I might fail. Yesterday's class was good, so I might fail this class. But already, like, we're talking about details necessary, yeah? And now you understand, this class is about the baseball choke and about the defense. So you learn two things at once. Let's go. Very good. So I think I teased you a bit with the baseball stuff. I think there's a video also I highlight. Somebody did it in some competitions, the baseball from the Z guard, half guard, and people don't know as a beginners, they run into that it's a trick, and then they go and then they get, to Valhalla, like the PGA Scout likes to say, like the Valhalla club. But the only thing, let's do it again. I know I'm bigger, but I will show the point. Lay down. So if somebody's inside control, it's a bonus, yeah? So it's fun to have. What I dislike in Jiu-Jitsu, that attacker is always in advantage, and a defender is some people call it like, don't call it idiot. Maybe I don't feel the pressure of the word, so it's just as a joke. But just the defender is always a stupid, yeah? Because they're like, I just choose something I do, that's to survive. But there should be like she knows, I know, and then we have a sport. Equal fight, equal chance to success. Yeah, I'm for that Jiu-Jitsu. So, go. And if she does this, go. It's really, there is choke. But now, go. Go. There's nothing there. Because I'm sideways. Because now, go to sideways. So she needs that arm, right? I'm bigger, I know, but I do this now. See what happens to your arm? It's Americana. It gets weak. Yeah? Because if I'm right away this, she can win. This is right away, this is terrible. Doesn't matter if you're small or big, yeah? But if I have that angle, go. I can speak right now, yeah? And still, there's no choke. So that's the trick. So if somebody plays Z-guard, don't go this way, yeah? So if they go the grip, get the grip, so you go this way. Go, choke. There's no choke, thank you for a pass. If you go both knees on a mat, they can do it. Yeah? So now, thank you. So now you as a player you have to force them on their knees. Because if they come sideways, you know that you're gonna let go. And because if you don't know the defense, you don't see me coming with that tilted body. And you can hold on too long. And then you have a pass. Then you go like, how does this happen? Because if you know the choke, you have to know the best defense. And then the choke is better. Because you know when to let go. And when to not go for it. That's why both are very necessary. Okay? So, Tatu. Where's Tatu? You know the baseball choke? Yeah, so you're a bigger guy, just yeah. And now I'll give you a little bit about what's actually happening and how annoying this all can be. So, what side is best?
This row.
Okay, so I choose him because he uses weights, lift and everything, lifting weights and stuff. So, knee and belly, go. So, oh yes. So right now, if I give him that, it's a perfect scenario. Yeah, go back. So take it in. See now?
Yep. There's stuff on the way.
And I have like 1 Mississippi, like 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi.
I wouldn't go from here.
Yes. So that is also So I do this, and then it's like, and it's like I'm like, okay, the choke is coming, I think. Yeah? And then you have time to pick a defense. The problem is if that boom, boom, and then it's like, I don't have time to react. So this is, with gi, it's terrible because nobody gives you that grip. Let's do it again. So, first of all, go. Yeah, I know.
You're blocking.
Yeah, I know. So, the same happens with the gi. Because, we can blind knees and a mat. So, knees and a mat. Yes, you can feed this, Go baseball, yeah? And this is terrible, again. Only works because I'm flat. So, first of all, this is also easier by giving this. Usually people fight for that, yeah? You're here and people fight. I fight this way. So go. How is that working out for you? There it is. I know, you feel there's no strength here also.
Yeah, I can't.
There's no pulling power there.
No, not really.
You feel that there's also, it's not a crank. He cannot also crank because there's no pulling power there. You feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's like a solid mass I'm trying to move. And
Yeah. So some people, I will neck crank here. There's like, you don't have any strength there actually. It's like you're like squeezing a pipe. You cannot bend the pipe in that sense, in that position. So again, hockey. This, and just you tuck, and then, there's nothing there. And you can feel like, oh, I feed, and then feed it from here. Just, it's so heavy, their side is heavy. And you have like way harder, and then you learn, but how do I do it? You get this lapel while you're passing. You open up while you're passing, and then you set up earlier, and you start to do setups differently. You cannot do it if I have this and you destroy it too late. So I'm not saying baseball choke doesn't work, but I'm saying the setup is wrong. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So, and also, I guess what I'm also saying is, choke works when I'm flat. Yeah, and everything YouTube shows things against flat people. Yeah, and then it works. But then I'm never flat. It's like you're running, running man, walking, everything, baby bridge are never flat. So now the game is how to get me flat and get me there. And that's a transitional attacks. Maybe from this side, I want to escape, I move it here, I'm flat for a split second, yeah? Maybe, not close to, and then I move here again. So your thing is to get me while I do this. So maybe one arm is already, and then you go second, and then you go. Because if I'm doing my thing, you can't do it. So the problem is for me also as a coach, how do I teach this? Because then I show the X choke, and when you're flat, and then it's like people go, but I'm never flat. So how do I make it happen? How I misdirect whatever, that you turn towards me and then I can get you. So again, it's a problem with setups. And that's what you don't see in YouTube. And watch any YouTube video about baseball choke, everybody's flat. And nobody's talking about this, everybody's talking about the arms, that get killed with the knees and stuff, with shins, and then they still get choked. But just do this and it can't. So I'm throwing that out there. So what's the best defense and how do we beat it? Yeah, maybe that's best, I don't know, but that's still better than I've seen, the best I've seen so far. So do it with a gi, and also I think, let's go do it with no gi also. So here, get the grips. It's weird, no? So whatever version you do the hawking. You can circle also a bit. It makes it even more awkward if I circle. So, and you don't have to use your arms. And then just, do the hawking on your own. Also try a couple of times when they're flat, that the choke still works. Then do the hawking, you feel it doesn't work. And just make both better. Attack and a defense. Let's go, long talk. Sorry, we do a different class than last time. Bring it here. We have non-believers. Yeah. So that I don't like non-believers. Yeah. You should be believer because I claim authority. Yeah. Actually, her rush card says cult. Yeah. So in English it's CU. Yeah. But in Estonian it's KU. So it actually means cult on her. Rush card. I love the rush card. We should have more of those rush cards. So anyway, that's very hard jokes. So do it again with you guys, who was in bottom. So, I will also ask you to try. I'm not giving you the answer, because maybe I'm wrong also. So, it was hawking, and then maybe wrong, maybe right hawking, and then what the top guy did, used his knee to press the shoulder down. Yes. So, try it. Can you break it? And if you go like, yeah, it doesn't work, then I don't have to show my skills. But if everybody gets destroyed, then I have to show it maybe doesn't work. Or we're going to change the topic of the seminar again. Okay? I love public tests. because I have to be wrong. I have to be tested, and you only have to believe me because we can do it. Yeah, let's go. Try that also. Those are awesome things. Now try to make it hopefully better, guys. And shoulder goes up like this. It's really there. The shoulder is not in the right place. What is your experience? Did it work? Yeah, no, I mean like the knee stuff, putting the knee on the shoulder and stuff. I think, did it work now? I think the knee on the shoulder is just more evidence to push you towards the right hocking. So, and usually I have super hard time teaching people hocking because for me it's very obvious why it's there. And it's completely jiu-jitsu, it's a crunch, it's a minimal invert. It totally makes sense. And people see hocking is like, wow, where is that in jiu-jitsu elsewhere? I was like, this is what you do all the time. And then if I talk about shrimps and inverts and stuff, and so hocking I have very hard time teaching it because somehow it's weird to people. But people invert and pull guard anyway, but for that it's like, I think it's backward moving and everything else is weird for people. So anyway, let's go. I think it's a good thing to do. That's what, let's say if you have chokes, yeah, go, whatever, yeah, do it this way. Because that usually follows the same idea that if somebody, you know, does this or something, then they use their knee to block, you know, and then, you know, slide the knee in, slide here, they do this and they still go for it. So this is, you know, usually with the arm, so, go.
Yeah.
I know, because what they need to do now that you had a discussion in your head. Do you pull, then the choke is off, then the choke is off, you can't push. So it was like, you know, yeah. Because there was like, if you push, the choker came off, and then the choke is off, they can't push. Because they can't, kind of weird, they put like 2 places of strength or something to do it again. And then it's also my hocking. So, go. This sucks, yeah, go. Yeah, so it's not, I can talk also at the same time, it's not there. It's a good attack, a good point, and that's what you're looking for because you want to get them flat because then the neck is open more. Then I can't hide it so much. And then, you know, all the defense they do with this arm, it's killable with that knee, pinning, shin blocking, and everything else. And then also what we can add, do it again. Yeah, so that's a circling also that kind of builds slack. So good attack. Again, like I said, you learn more about how to attack now the chokes. You know why the knee is there, what it does, what you need, how deep grips you need, because now it's there. How do I get that grip even? So get that before. It's not going to be like, you know, I usually do this, people just take the neck, but it's more interesting. But maybe you're not there, so it comes with the price of getting choked. But after you don't care so much, then it's like, just get it, you know, and then you just do walking and then take it away. And also what you can try clicks, because now I don't like that our defense is arm dependent. Body is wrong, you know, like boxing, yeah? Everything is wrong, you punch with arms. You know, boxing is you punch with legs. And then just, you know, arm is, you know, like a slingshot, whatever, it just goes. Yeah, so what you can do, go, is now, where's the clicks? Just wait, because now I can do those things. Because a lot of people actually do this, yeah? But this is killed with maybe the shin and stuff, yeah? But we can do those things. Go. Even more annoying, yeah?
Yeah.
I know, because that's the hocking pressure is this. One is this, and one is this. So that's the pressures, come? And now when you add clicks, it's even worse. And now I have this.
Yeah. It's not working.
Yeah. So then you can use them or not. So clicks are always last. So I don't want to do jiu-jitsu with the arms. It's more like body. So your job is right now the hocking, kill the grips, do this. You feel like you have to fight a lot, so I have more, you know, Mississippis. So then you get this, then circle a bit, mess with the knee a little bit, you know, get them good the hockings. We have tested this, you know, shoulder was up. Right now the same thing, shoulder was up. If it's down, they can have it. And also hocking is easier to kill when you're here. Then the counterweight is not working. So if I'm this, then counterweight is there. And to really push this down, they have to really overcommit that counterweight doesn't work. If it's here, you get easily more pushed. So that's why we have bigger crunch, because counterweight is there. And the shoulder is very hard to actually tilt over because of the counterweight. So again, that's why we had that crunch. And then we put everything together and it looks like that. I'm not guilty of that, just it's like intelligent design. No jokes? Okay. Again, it was a good joke. So, let's go, try. I will also show you what we're working on. Come here. We had another test. Awesome. We can still that thread this. We're going to change the topic of the seminar. We have 10 minutes left.
Be totally closed or?
No, just give him the whatever we'll see, and then he tries the choke. And also the knee is that they're talking about pinning that elbow and everything else. So don't dive, don't neck crank, don't do a tap if necessary. Yeah. So he tries to pin the shoulder with the knee.
I'll try not to die.
Yes.
Yeah.
See? So
Doesn't work.
maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Let's test.
Maybe I suck.
Because what I think what you're missing also, and what I couldn't teach you at the moment, is I guess there's also facing them version. Right now I taught you the easiest one, but there's also I think they should be facing them option, and we'll see. And I think it's ready, but we'll see. We will make it happen in a class. So. Go. Because the problem is he's overcommitting to one side so much, and that the rule is that usually if somebody overcommits so much, it can be used against them because they're just blind strength, you know. So go.
You have a lot less gi than he did.
Take the whole gi you need.
There.
Okay. Those are, perfect conditions right away, yeah? This is a Mark Wahlberg film, Perfect Storm, yeah? Okay?
Yeah. I'm just gonna break my own wrist.
Yes. It was better. But still, I refuse to move my arms, yeah? So, go. So, first of all, he got perfect condition with a gi, yeah? So if he gets like, wait. So, getting right now. So, see, that thing should, it's like perfect. Then we have to test, go. It's a good, the rabbit hole. See what happens?
Yeah.
Okay, then we have arms. But we have to have a body first, okay? And then rabbit hole is deeper. I don't know everything yet. Go. Go. Use your knee. Use your knee. What happened? Because the grip is open, and then it's slidable. And that's what happens also with this overcommitment without using arms. Go. Use the shin. Use the shin. I can go here, and now I win because they can't close it so much, and there's a movement patterns I can go in there, and I can keep that open. I don't teach it to you right now because it's a rabbit hole right now. Go. See that? Do your choke, and it's never on. Now it's on. Now it's not. Yeah. So that's rabbit hole. So, but we're not going there because you see what he has to do. I know he's lighter than a little bit me. Maybe my size person could a little bit tilt me more. But then we have to do everything else right. And then that overpowering maybe makes sense. And maybe you have to turn. But see what he has to get, So, let's not go with you today there. So, give them a little bit less than perfect. Yeah, you already feel that it's already working, and if you give them too much everything, then you're more in trouble also. And they have to switch sides more because they get more strength. So your job today, because of this class, give them less than perfect. And then everything is working, you can add clicks, you can add circling, everything is fine. Give them more, you're paying the bigger price. You have to know more. Yeah? So then I'm also studying it more and we'll go deeper to the rabbit hole, so to speak. Yeah? I may show you also in the end something that may be what I think at the moment. So, and also you can try this, get everything right, and you feel, yeah, that's when my knowledge stops. But understand what you have to give away also. So it's very, very hard to get. Give me more ghee. Yeah? So that's the trade-offs. And I recommend again, you play with less perfect, and then everything works for you today. Because that perfect is actually not happening in a sparring very, very much. So it's fun to deal with this, but it's also very extreme to deal with this because it's a perfect storm. Okay? You meet less in the sparring all the time. Let's go. We have actually awesome development again. Show me, yes. So, a little bit maybe how we should teach Jiu-Jitsu, just one glimpse maybe. So what happened is, he did a hawking away, then she changed the grips to different baseball, and then she go, and then it was baseball this side. Aha! This is awesome because this was set up. This was misdirection. She forced them to hawking and went to the side that she needs the bend to the get. And this is the way I would think Jiu-Jitsu maybe should be taught as attacks. So you wait for a defense. You wait for so you jab, they pad, and you go like jab and a hook maybe, You wait for a correct answer, you try to play it open. So hawking is good, and then but the problem is she has to change the grips. And you have to miss that change because I didn't feel it. Actually, you feel it, yeah? So then it's about timing and everything else, misdirection, yeah? That's why pickpocketing works. You punch them, you take the wallet, they was there, they didn't notice that, That's how it works. So go, then it changes. That's an awesome attack, and now they're ready to go, okay? We will test it because I'm pretty sure that hawking also works inwards. So, but that's what I'm talking about, the setups. So you know the joke, and now it's about how to set it up. And I think the brain power is right away, like, oh, misdirection, boom, boom, switching sides, awesome. And this is all how I do it in fights. This is also, I would say, some things I've done in fights, people like doing this, and then they're, going around getting some submissions. So, I will test one thing, because I think I don't have a clear answer when I'm hawking in against the baseball chokes. I can do it, but also sometimes I have to overpower people, and I don't like it. So I'm still searching. So do the baseball choke this side. So go choke. It's still weird. Do it again. So something there. Go switch sides. I do this. Now switch sides. Jump over. So, with hawking inwards, there's something weird to go there to the end. Because I have to have like a good clicks go. So, I'm not there yet because something's missing there because I turn into the choke a little bit. If I do it very early, I don't think they get a good grip because do the early one again. So if I have this, it's very hard to get a good grip actually. And then we have different stuff. Now I turn in. And there has to be different arm clicks also. But I'm also turning in. I'm trying to figure it out. So right now, I'm pretty sure we can turn out. You feel it yourself. Pretty strong. The in has to be some trade-offs, why it's harder. Maybe it's a riskier, you get more reward. Also, it's more dangerous. So I like the trade-offs. So it's all about trade-offs. So, but the turning away is anyway good. Turning in, turning away, they're equal. So if somebody says don't turn away, they don't know what they're talking about. And you have to have both. It's like same thing. Like a jab is a good punch, but cross is always a longer punch. If you're like both are righties, if you punch with cross, it's always slow. That's why you have to set it up. So you don't say cross is a bad punch. You just have to know how to throw it because it's more coming from there. So turning your back is also there's a trade-off. There's benefits, and turning in is obviously, everybody preaches that, the turning away. So, but actually, if I have that threat, I can turn in faster because you will pull me back. So this is actually accelerated. So turning in works better because we have both. Cross works better, jab also because we have both. We can play with different rhythms. So I don't advocate that everybody has to turn away, but it has to be there. There's a method. And because of that, actually turning in works better also. So that's my message kind of like. But I do it definitely myself more because I want to irritate people. That's what I'm kind of good at. I want to make them question their knowledge because they can't really take my back if I really want. So, and all the mantras in their head, I need to challenge them. So that's, you can question my methods and my ability to talk and all the cockiness, but it is what it is, And clearly some people like Croward can present it better, more social way. But at the end of the day, this is the information. Yeah, so you can have a cognitive dissonance. You don't like me, we don't like the information, but then you're just missing out and you will be left behind. So, I'm trying to get better at communicating, and you guys have to see just what's behind that all, yeah? So it's a challenge. So that was my 4th class. We have a little bit of time. So Iceland camp is coming out. We did Hawking against Kimuras. So we have like 5 classes right now, yeah? It's all been filmed anyway, so we have Kimura, we have Twister, back tap stuff, this class, whatever, 5 classes already about the Hawking. So you can all re-watch them. I think Twister class was better than this. It was okay, maybe second time I would do it differently. But I think it should have been today like intriguing enough that you go like, there actually is defensive stuff that I can do and just I give people away and they can't have it. So that should be like objective of this, that there is a way that other side of jiu-jitsu that you attack and then there's defense. That can be equally good. And now we're fighting and somebody makes some mistakes because we play sports. And that's why sport works, because people are people that make mistakes. So, but my mission is to make it even. So I dislike when I don't know what to do. And that's what drives me, because there's places I don't know what to do, and I hate that part of jiu-jitsu, and I get super frustrated by myself, and I have to figure it out. And somehow it helps others also. So not everything is figured out, but we go. So that I also chose the Hawking because it's a weird position, but I want to show the power of the Hawking. And it's something really there, and it's the way, if your back is towards the mat, it's one way to play. Yeah, I'm not complaining only, but there's a baby bridge also in that sense, but if you're in a side control and your back is towards the mat more, this is clearly worse. So this way play, this is mount escapes, this is side control, everything, yeah? So there's a method. So anyway, that's it. No pictures. Next class is, I think, Aaron Ross. And so thank you for coming to the camp. Yeah, so